So again, how did I know? 7 plus 2 plus 6 makes 15. And I know that 15 is divisible by 3. One that's related to that is the trick of 9. And it's like the trick of 3, only if it's divisible by 9. So I could write this all out. If the digits, whoops, when added are divisible by 9. I'll give you an example over here. Fairly simple example is 117. Is 117 divisible by 9? That's just a yes or no answer. I'll show you how to get it. You add up all the digits. You go 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 7 is 9. We know that 9 is divisible by 9. And I'll give you a quick verification here. Let's do it. 117, that's 117 divided by 9. Well, 9 goes into 1. Nope, doesn't. 9 goes into 11 once. 11 minus 9 is 2. Bring down your 7. 9 goes into 27 3 times. It sure does. Okay? And I'd like to add one more to this list, although I could make this list quite long, but I would like to do just the one more for now. And this is going to be, is a number divisible by 6? And a number is divisible by 6 when, if the number is even and it is divisible by 3. Okay, I'll give you one example. Is 504 divisible by 6? I can tell you that yes, it is. I can go 504 divided by 6, and I will have 0 remainder. I'll show you the calculation in a minute, but I just want to relate it to my list. Is it even? Yes, it is. Is it divisible by 3? Yes, it is, because 5 plus 0 is 5, plus 4 is 9. Let me just verify. 504 divided by 6. Well, 6 doesn't go into 5, but it does go into 50, and it goes 8 times. 8 times 6 is 48. Subtract 2, and you have 0 there if you like. 6 into 24 goes 4 times, and you have 0 remainder. So let's do some grown-up reducing here. I'd like to take some of those rules that we talked about a little earlier and apply them to a more difficult question. If you're watching this video, you've probably raised and reduced numbers like 10 twelfths and 14 twentieths and so on. But I'd like to take this a step farther using our discussion from moments ago. And I'd like to reduce the following. 126, so reduce 126 1/89ths. Now I know you're not going to see this very much in real life, but I'm trying to make a point here. This could look really daunting if you don't know where to start. So let's discuss where to start. If they're both even, make them smaller right off the bat. Are they both even? No, they're not. So we can't divide by 2. But maybe there's something else we can divide by. What about 5 or 10? Definitely not. Can't divide them by 5 or 10. But we did learn something about the trick of 3s and the trick of 9s. Let's just try the trick of 3 first. Is 126 divisible by 3? Well, 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 6 is 9. Okay, they add to 9. So that means this number here is divisible by 9, and it's divisible by 3. Actually, I was looking to see if it was divisible by 3, but I know now that it's divisible by 9 as well. 189. 1 plus 8 makes 9, plus another 9 makes 18. Well, that's divisible by 9 as well. Okay, sometimes you start looking for one thing and you find out that, hey, you can go even farther. These two numbers are both divisible by 9. So, let's do that. Divide by 9, divide by 9. So you go over on your scrap paper or wherever and you do the number crunching. So 126 divide by 9. 9 into 12 goes once. That's 4. Okay, good. That becomes a 14 on the top. What about the 189? 189 divided by 9. Well, 9 goes into 18 twice. Bring down the 9. That goes in once. So this becomes 189 divided by 9 becomes 21. Okay, now at this point you might have enough experience to recognize the final answer. If not, let's continue with our methods here. Now remember I said that this wasn't an exhaustive list. Let's see if we can find anything happening. Well, 14 is even, but 21 isn't, so that doesn't work. 5s and 10s, they don't work. 3s, 9s, they don't work. We might have to go into something that we didn't include on the list. Do you see something that goes into the 14 and the 21? Hopefully you see the number 7 goes into both of those numbers. Okay, so as I said, it is expected that you know some of the basics of multiplication and so on. So you would know some of your 7s times table, I would hope. And you divide these by 7. Excuse me. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 21 divided by 7 is 3. So this big monster, 126 over 189, it looked fairly daunting to start with. But once we used some tricks, we could get it into a number that we could work with. We can work with 14 over 21. Okay? So that's reducing.